Okay, so let's get into this K Michelle story, Chad. So K Michelle recently did an interview where she appeared on Cam Newton's Funky Friday podcast. And she did not mince words and hold back, especially when she was asked her thoughts on female rivalries in music, particularly when it came to Tamar Braxton. Now, I will point this out. While she did mention her name, we all knew who she was talking about because we know, like, K. Michelle was the one that started off calling Tamar a damn Muppet. So we do have a clip, courtesy of Cam Newton's YouTube. I did play it earlier so that way it wouldn't get caught up in that ad thing. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it doesn't start up again. So we're going to play that clip and then we'll come back and we'll talk. Please hold.
Riddle me this.
Mm-hmm.
Do girls beef in music the same way guys beef in music?
Absolutely.
You got some beefs out there?
A lot.
The toxic me.
I mean, hate the bitch.
Who?
The Muppet. Like, I got into this game and I came in on a show called Love and Hip Hop. I talked about my abuse and I didn't say anybody's name. There was this Muppet in the corner yapping. And even till this day, when Beyonce sent me flowers and everything, she subliminally, but not subliminal, talked about me and everything. When I go through bookings and everything, it's always her name. Don't book her for shows. So you're attempting to even stop money for how I take care of my child and everything. All because of what? All because you ain't got no edges. All because of your sister really the star. This is what this is about. All because of the man that you love tried to talk to me before you, in the middle of you, and after you. All because I'm from the country, but you are the bumpkin. It is always something with this loudmouth coyote.
Not the bumpkin.
And I mind my business. I don't say much. I don't say anything, Cam. But as soon as I say something, it is this and that. I'm to the point I am for women united and all of this.
Cap.
No, I am.
Cap.
I swear for cracks and cheese. I'm for women united, but I'm gonna tell you one thing, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of her.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
That's why I say it's cap. You can't say women empowerment and then
yes, I can.
You can't do that.
That is a Muppet, not a woman.
No, you can't say that.
I can say
you can't
that.
Say that. You can't. Okay, if we talking about accountability from top to bottom.
Give it to.
We talking about accountability from top to bottom.
Okay.
I'm not going to allow you to hold me accountable to certain things.
Accountable. Come on.
That ain't it.
Let me tell you something. If I consistently for years and years have been quiet, it's like poking a bear. You can only kick a dog so much to poke you back. If I'm not saying a word and everything that is good for me, anything good happens to me, you manage to get in the media and be negative when it comes to me. But you're always negative towards women. Guess what? One thing I am, I could play fool. I can play cool, but I can't play fool.
Mm-hmm. But understand this, though, okay? Everything about what you've been doing on this platform has been pushing love and pushing acceptance and pushing accountability.
Yes.
But now you can't say what you said and not expect.
You ain't finna let nobody coming from Atlanta, Georgia. You can sit up here all you want to with your hands crossed and be great. You not gonna let anybody consistently keep playing with you, even when you've offered your hand in peace and you've offered your hand in love and you're minding your business and you're not even coming for them and they consistently try you at every corner, at every turn. You're not going to let that happen.
Okay.
All right. So y'all pretty much got the gist of the whole situation. And you want to know something? I actually agree with K. Michelle on this. It's like, yeah, you're saying that I can't be a feminist and I can't preach about love and peace and understanding if I'm going to talk about I'm going to hold off and whoop a bitch ass? Like, no, two things can be true at the same time. Like, you can poke the bear and poke the bear and poke the bear, But then, as I've said many a times, you can keep poking it, but you can't sit up in here and tell that person how mad to get. And if you're going to keep playing in my face, then it's like, yeah, I'm going to go in and let have on your behind. And to me, it always seems like Tamar, very talented, great singer, but when it all comes down to it, she got a lot of mouth. She always out here being dramatic, always asserting herself in certain situations. And it looked like to me that K Michelle, when it comes to K Michelle, she met her match. Because, like I said, when she got called out, was called the Muppet, wasn't she in tears? When she called to that, but I had to go over. So in addition to that, I had to go over to Hollywood Unlocked. Shout out to them because they was like the people in their comments. I was like, what y'all had to say about that? One person said, I'm from the country, but you are the bumpkin. Another person said the table is shook per K Michelle. Another person said, let it go. But I'm like, wait a minute. Are you slow? I'm not even giving the name of the person who said this. It's easy for you to say, let something go when that person is still, if you watch the video and not just this little clip that a lot of the social media play. That's why I want to play all the entire thing from Cam Newton's page. Because, certain conglomerates, I'm not saying it's necessarily Hollywood Online because I didn't watch their video, but 9 times out of 10, they will post up the most sensational part and not give y'all the whole context because they want to get the overall reaction, the clicks, the likes, the views, all that other stuff. So I want to have y'all hear that whole thing. Because it was like, even when Beyonce was giving my flowers, whatever, because she knows, like, I've been making this country music and all this other stuff. Even with everything going on, she's been going behind the scenes trying to stop my bag. She's been telling people not to book me at certain events. And I've been minding my business. I've been out here hustling, doing what I got to do. But this broad is over here in the corner, according to K Michelle, trying to do things to sabotage my livelihood, trying to prevent me from getting money from certain situations. And you can't be out here talking about this God stuff when you out here doing ungodly things, because according to you and your beliefs, God don't like ugly. Hence why K Michelle said that you mad because you ain't got edges. Y'all seen that picture of her when she was over there on Nene Leakes podcast, trying to throw shade at Lonnie Love for calling her big back Cadillac, which she apologized for weeks later. I don't know why you waited till like weeks later to get that apology. So that to me, it was like, okay, girl, whatever. Another person said, all because you ain't got no edges, all because your sister is really the star. Of course, talking about Tony Braxton. Another person said, everybody can't be wrong, Tamar. I fear you're the problem, beloved. Oh, child, when we put beloved in something, that mean business. But yeah, we always been saying that. Like, if Tamar getting in beefs with everybody, you in a beef off the top of my head. Candy Burris, you got issue with K Michelle, you got issue with Lonnie Love. All these drama, you got all these issues or whatever. And sometimes, at some point, like I said, you the problem. And the quote, K Michelle, since we talking about her, let me use one of her album titles against you. You got more issues than Vogue. So, sis, you need to get it together. You need to stop playing with these people. You need to stop trying to pull little stunts behind the scenes. And you better leave this country bumpkin alone. Because if K Michelle do hit you one side, and I'm not condoning you to go into the more this love and hip hop territory, because when you've been on love and hip hop a little too long, a lot of y'all be trying to take a lot of that stuff from that show and y'all incorporate it in y'all real life. But it's like, sis, I do agree. You can't be out here trying to, mollywop people. I don't need you putting paws on people end up in jail. But I guess dealing with her and pulling the rest of her edges out, or the rest of her head, because her hairline, I told you to go bog as far back as Stephen A. Smith. If you're going to be doing all of that, you just got to be very mindful that you could end up in jail. So, well, this is good grist for the mill, and I was cackling at the whole situation. I don't need you going to jail over this foolishness. Like, continue to work on your country music and continue working on your other endeavors and don't get caught up in this mess. But like I said, I'm entertained by the shenanigans. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think of this story in regards to what Tamar, apparently, K Michelle had to go in and let have on Tamar Braxton. Was like, I need this broad to leave me alone. I'm out here minding my business and not getting caught up in no mess. And here she go up in here trying to sabotage what I got going on and trying to prevent me from from having a successful career and me from eating and working at events because she has good relationships with certain people. So you out here trying to sabotage my livelihood. And to me, it's like, yeah, I can't keep silent over that. Like, y'all don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So for people to tell somebody to let something go when I have let it go, but she's continually doing like shady, evil stuff behind the scenes, then I can't keep quiet no more. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. Let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.